Yo, what's up, rockers? Today I'm coming at you with another music-related video, and today we're going to be talking about a subject which is very, very controversial. That subject being style change. Now, this was a huge problem last year, especially, I feel like, because um, three bands in particular that used to make rock-ish music last year released incredibly poppy albums. Those three bands being Linkin Park, who I'm actually a huge fan of, Fall Out Boy, who I'm another huge fan of, and Paramore, who I'm just sort of on. But the three albums from bands that have relatively similar styles, except for Linkin Park, but still, making pop albums in 1 year, that's sort of insane. Thing is, though, this is nothing new. This is something which has been happening for years, pretty much. And today I'm going to talk with you guys about it. Now, first of all, first thing I want to talk about is this really a bad thing? Because when you really think about it, bands have to change up their style, otherwise things will get incredibly boring. But on the other hand, if they change their style up a little too much, then it gets a bit worrying for the fans. Case in point, Linkin Park. Ever since they came out with Hybrid Theory, they've been changing their music up. Hybrid Theory was a full-on new metal album. I freaking love Hybrid Theory, one of my favorite albums ever. Then Meteora came out. It was also very good. Also up there with Hybrid Theory. They didn't really change their sound. Then they came out with Minutes to Midnight, which, while still good, it changed a lot of their sound, and the distortion sort of went down. They also added guitar solos, which I didn't honestly like as much as I actually do like guitar solos. Then they released A Thousand Suns, which just listen, that deserves to get a video all on its own. But let's just say I liked it, but a lot of people didn't because it was very electronic-y and stuff. And the album after that, Living Things, they sort of added the rock stuff back in, but it was definitely still that sort of A Thousand Suns style popness. You could definitely hear it. Then after that, The Hunting Party came out, which was again they kicking back right into gear. They came back with a new metal-ish style, new metal-ish, as I said. And then last year they released One More Light. Now I'm not hitting on One More Light because I actually really like One More Light, but a lot of people did give it crap because pop and stuff. But in my opinion, well, it's not a good thing. Let's just get that out of the way. It's not a good thing that all these bands are doing that. I don't think it is anyway. But in some cases, it actually has been. For instance, um, look at Fall Out Boy. Back before they went on their hiatus, if you really want to call it that, in 2009, Fall Out Boy were releasing full-on punk rock or pop punk, if you prefer. I don't prefer, but whatever. They were releasing punk rock albums, which were fantastic. Stuff like I don't remember what the first album was called, or any of the albums. I haven't listened to Fall Out Boy in ages. But they had four good albums, including Infinity on High. That's one of them. Under the Cork Tree, uh, and the two other ones. Fully Ado. That's another one. And they were good albums. They were good albums. I enjoyed them. Then again, maybe that's because I enjoyed punk quite a lot. And they had quite a bit of success, but they went on a hiatus, which I'm not quite sure why the hiatus was for. It's kind of stupid for me to go into this, not knowing what the hiatus is about. Then again, it also isn't because that's not what this is about. Okay, I'm getting sidetracked. Let's just continue with this. They went on a hiatus and they came back with Save Rock and Roll, which was a sort of a pop and rock hybrid album, which also sort of doubled as a rock opera if you watch the music videos in a certain order. And I really enjoyed that myself personally because it was interesting. And then after that, they released what was it called? American Beauty, American Psycho, which they just went full on pop on that album pretty much. Which I'll be honest, I don't like as much as I actually did like the album, sorta. Okay, to be honest, I actually didn't like that album. I liked like one song off of it. It didn't really go that well for them, but they got more successful. So some of their older fans sort of started to come away from them, but their newer fans started to like them more because they were getting newer fans in this newer style. Actually no, sorry, not last year, but this year. Sorry, okay, hold on, sorry, to be I said last year they all started this. Yes, this year Fall Out Boy actually released Mania, but last year was whenever the first single was released, which was Young and Menace. But this year Fall Out Boy released Mania, and last year they released the first single, Young and Menace. This was just full on. This wasn't even pop anymore. This is just electronic, and I do actually like this album. For those of you who are wondering, But oh my god, will Fall Out Boy just go back to what they were doing before? It's just bad, if you know what I mean. And with Paramore, I don't really give a damn because I don't really listen to Paramore that much. But I was just using that sort of as an example. Nickelback have done this as well. Now I know what you're saying. Nickelback are bad anyway, and yeah, I guess. But they had relative success in the early mid 2000s. Their whole success thing started whenever they released "How You Remind Me" on Silver Side Up in 2001, which is still probably still their most successful song. And then no, not the year after that, but the album they released after that, which was The Long Road, it had "Someday" on it, which was another successful radio single. But let's be honest, it was pretty much just "How You Remind Me" with different lyrics. It was pretty much "Don't Cry" by Guns N' Roses, the way they had the original lyrics and the alternative lyrics. It was pretty much that. That was a terrible joke. But after that, they released All the Right Reasons, which is an album I actually enjoyed. And they had Photograph on that. Insert meme here. Rockstar, which used to be my favorite song of all time when I was younger. I am ashamed. And a couple other good songs. So they still had that. They still had that sort of popularity, and they kept having that popularity. But then in 2014, they released their more poppy album, which is becoming a really huge thing now. They released what was it called? I forget what it was called. No Fixed Address, that's what it was called. And yeah, none of the songs from that really became hits. I mean, after that they released Feed the Machine, and yeah, that actually had a decent song on it, which was the title track, Feed the Machine. But that album, No Fixed Address, um, I don't think there were any huge hits off of that, which I don't know. It's sort of opinion based. If the album is actually good, if the music is good, then I suppose it's a good thing. But if the music itself is bad, that seems a bit obvious. You're probably going, well, yeah. But I'm going to try and get to the bottom of this. By the way, my videos are not scripted, for those of you wondering. None of this is scripted. Again, that's probably a bit of a duh moment. But, so, in my opinion, as I said, this is a bad thing. Because while it is good to change your style, that's definitely a good thing. Going for the whole, like, pop thing just so you can be popular, just so you can be mainstream, that annoys the ever living crap out of me. I hate that kind of stuff. And Bring Me the Horizon are doing this now. That's worrying to say the least. And again, we sort of already knew that with that last album, but they've actually said they're going full on pop now. So, oh god. And hell, even some YouTube musicians have started doing this now. Like Nate Wants to Battle, for instance, or Nathan Sharp, if you prefer. He released an album this year, and from what I've listened to so far, it was a lot more poppy than some of his earlier stuff, and I don't really like it so far. I'll probably do a full-on album review on that eventually, because I really like his music. But yeah, that album also wasn't really good. So even YouTube musicians who claim to be what musicians really want in music are doing this. So that's really not a good thing. And I don't know. It's a good thing to okay. This is what I'm gonna say. It's a good thing to change your sound if you stick to your genre. If you change your sound and completely change up the genre, like Linkin Park did, then well, that's a problem. Not that I'm hitting on Linkin Park. I actually was shocked when Chester died, but that was pretty much a year ago at this point. Let's just move on from that. So yeah, let me know what you guys think of this whole thing of bands and artists that make like certain kinds of music changing to make other kinds of music. Like, what do you guys think of this? Also, in case you didn't see it, I actually have a gaming channel and a vlogging channel now. I'm not sure why I'm pointing in different directions, considering in the description the links are going to be right on top and onto each other. Hint, hint, there's a link in the description. So all you who are actually fans of gaming, be sure to go to the link to my gaming channel, and for those of you who are fans of vlogging, go to my vlogging channel. There's no videos up on my gaming channel yet. That's because I'm waiting for my microphone and webcam to come so I can do gaming videos. And there is one video up on my vlogging channel. So yeah. So if you enjoyed this video, be sure to leave a like and leave a comment saying what you think about the whole situation in the comments. And subscribe if you haven't already. And I will see you all next time. Rock on.